What's up, guys? We're back here for Mob episode 7. I know that one's correct because I checked the YouTube beforehand.
And I have it written down so you don't forget.
That's good. That's good. We're on point here.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll only get to 12. Maybe if there's 24, we'll have to think of a system to get it right. But so this episode is direct continuation of the last episode, as
Part
most
2.
things in media are. But yeah, this is kind of a two-parter. You have Master Ragin.
Yeah.
Ragin Cajun. Okay, I got it. I can pronounce it now. Ragin Cajun is he's on TV. Yep. He gets exposed for being a fake. Ooh.
Yeah, it hit him
ultimate
hard.
Emotional panic.
Scarred for life.
Scarred for life. He gets blacklisted by everyone. There's a bunch of fake people pretending to know that pretending that they're victims, even though he helped a lot of people.
Just think of modern media, how that works. It's basically happening to him.
No comment on that. Anyway, yeah, pretty much. So he's lost his place of business. I mean, he's still there, but he can't open up his place of business.
He's lost a lot of his reputation and merit.
Yeah, exactly. And he elects to have a press conference. Mm-hmm. So in the press conference, normal him answering good questions, and then he kind of reflects on his relationship with Mob. Mm-hmm. We get a flashback scene, which I don't know. I think we may have seen a little bit of that in season 1, but not the entire conversation.
I think we've seen the scene all the way through, but we got more instances of what he was thinking in the moment.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
So, but yeah, we get to see that he's actually a good guy. He's reflecting of how much of a piece of crap he was to Mob, and that he kind of realizes that he was the one that was most holding back Mob from developing into the person that he should be. And so he kind of realizes it's all his fault and that he needs to fix it. And so during the press conference, he kind of speaks to Mob and be like, hey, I'm sorry, basically.
I'm glad you grew. I think he's something I'm proud that you've grown up so much, or something like that. And then we get to see Mob intervening in mysterious ways. If it's Mob.
I think it's Mob, but we won't confirm that. But
he telekinesis the whole building.
Yeah, something gets all messed up, and that leads to Ragin just walking out, being like, I got somewhere else to be. Yeah,
and we don't know it's Mob because we don't see the color or whatever. So I think actually that scene was done probably, which is something we haven't done, but this is kind of speculation, is done from Ragin's perspective. Because what he sees, because I don't think when Mob uses his powers, he gets to see those blue things in the air. So maybe that's, or maybe he does. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. So we don't really know if it's Mob, but there's a big suggestion that it is Mob. And then at the end, Ragin kind of apologizes for being being a jerk, and hey Mob, do you know what I really am? And then Mob replies, yes, I knew from the first day I met you that you were a good guy, and it's just emotional, and bros for life. And there you go.
They walk off into the sunset.
They do walk off into the sunset. And we get blonde-haired guy in this one. We get quite a bit of cameos. I don't know who's the kid who's drinking soda. I don't know who that kid is. Have we seen them before? I don't
think so. I think there's just supposed to be some random people watch. Maybe they've helped him before. Maybe in one of the Exorcists. But it could be also that he was just one of the other psychic people that we just didn't recognize for some reason. Because we did see that the other psychic that doesn't really have powers. Well, he has powers, but he can finger ignite. Was with the blonde hair guy, if I remember right. So
blonde hair guy's doing well. He's got a nice haircut now.
Yeah, he's not bald. So that's good. I'm hoping we get to see more of him now since he's been, actually introduced again into the season. But yeah, as far as talking about, Ragin and Mob's relationship, I do we were talking about a little bit in the last video that we did that, it was a good episode, but we weren't really sure how well it was going to stand. It was going to be based on this episode. And I think after watching this episode, it does stand really well. We don't actually regress. We actually progress forward with Mob and Ragin having a better understanding in their relationship. And I think it's going to actually work out a lot better in the long run for them.
I think this was a turning point episode for Mob in the series, where from the beginning of season 1 to this point, the relationship with them has been the same, and now
maybe even deteriorated.
Yeah, maybe even, and now we get to see more of a progression, as you said, and more of a change in the dynamic. Where I don't know if Rajan. We'll have to see how they're going to interact, because it looks like in the next episode we're not going to cover that, their relationship. But so we'll have to see how they react and see how this interaction has changed them, and if it's going to change
their dynamic.
Yeah, their dynamic in the future. Yeah.
I think I don't know if Rajan would go so far as to be so straightforward with Mob that he's gonna tell him like, yeah, I'm not a psychic, but I feel like he is gonna be like more supportive, and probably even maybe he's gonna phone him and in a little bit in advance.
He is the best BS speaker of all time.
Yeah, like the way that he handles that conference is so good. Like he goes throughout the entire thing of not really lying to the press at all. Like, do you have psychic powers? He's like, no comment. So that's great. As far as like going into the next episode, we do see a couple images. It looks like it's actually going to focus on Mob School this time, unless they go with the possession trick again and we don't see them at all. But it looks like they changed the girl aspect, because we got introduced to that one chick at the beginning, and then we're not going to see her. We're going to see the girl that he was talking about in the first season.
Said he's going to confess his feelings for her.
Marathon.
And also he's going to try to top 10 in a marathon or something like that, which is ridiculous. He can barely run a mile.
I want the Granny Dasher to marathon and just scare him. Like, oh. Like he's about to do it, and then the Granny Dasher
that's
comes.
Great. Okay, so that's your speculation. My speculation is the girl's going to turn him down and be like, you already have a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't date people that are in a relationship.
Yeah. Because, she saw that. She saw that they're
true.
Maybe kind of in a relationship.
I don't think, like, they ever just, they ever said that they were going to be in a relationship. It was kind of like one of those things, like, they liked each other, but they never, acted on it. Because he was like, I still like this other chick. So, but we might get clarification on that, where he stands.
I like that character, so I really hope it's not a one-off. Because they did put a lot of effort into developing that character.
Yeah, because I'm not sure, the images go flashing by so fast that I'm not sure entirely if we saw that chick at all in there. But I do hope we see at least a little bit of her in the next episode. But we're going to have your bros back at the Body Improvement Club. So hopefully we get some nice shenanigans of those. And I wouldn't mind seeing the blonde-haired guy.
The real question is Mob going to become a high school slice of life show now? Like,
I don't know.
We'll have to see. I mean, we have so many enemies in the opening, so I'm sure maybe it'll only be like one or two episodes where him is at the school, but I think it's a good change of pace, and the whole point of the episode is the point of this season is Mob kind of growing up a little bit. So
I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but I feel like we're definitely getting like the more 20+ episodes now because of the pacing. Because if it's 12, we only have 5. So, which is still a good amount, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, really like this episode. I think it highlights makes the other one even a little bit better. So, looking forward to seeing the relationship go forward, and
got to see
more fights.
100% positive Mob. He's pretty courageous. I think he'll get all the women if that occurs.
It's true. What if he uses that to win the marathon? Nah, he's not going to do that. What about 100% positive Rajan?
We haven't seen him yet.
We haven't seen him. It's like a pure salt, so he can cause the explosion.
Yeah,
like
we
they
get
did in
to
Goblin
see.
Slayer.
That's a good reference. I don't think it was salt, but that was a good reference.
It was like sugar, whatever.
Yeah,
I think they said it would work with whatever.
I don't know.
It can work with any.
Who cares?
Table condiment, mineral
thing. It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
We do get to see in montage of Rajan. He was actually like using all his secret moves, so we got like all 30 of them, and supposedly he does it for 30 minutes straight.
Yeah,
and we get to see.
It's a lot of super moves, by the way.
Yeah, and I feel bad for that child actor, even though he was in on it. So,
yeah, that's that whole exorcism thing was pretty great. It did go in a direction that I was kind of like hopeful for. Like I think I said in one of the last episodes, like it'd be nice if it went in the direction it did, but I have a feeling it's not. So it was nice that they actually did the thing that I wanted, but I didn't think I was going to get.
I understood what you meant, but that was
that was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words. So yeah, I think overall this week, it's kind of hard to pick out a favorite episode from the second season because they're so different, and you have ones like the the one episode where they dealt with all of those urban legends, and that one was quite a great action episode. Mm-hmm. But if we're talking about just character development, I think this was the best episode, and I did like it quite a bit.
I think what going back, like when you're binge watching shows, I don't know how it is for everybody, but like for me personally, like I maybe binge watch certain episodes or like seasons depending on like how much of that because let me break this down a little bit, because how like a character development, it's really nice seeing and it's really great watching it like the first time, but that's not something you really go back and like rewatch. Mm-hmm. Maybe some shows, or like if it's something that you like really like, or maybe you're just a different person altogether. But
maybe you just weird.
But for like me, I don't know right now how rewatchable or like binge worthy this season's going to be. That's not to say it's not bad. That's not what I'm saying at all. All you freaking negative Nancy's out there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm just wondering how many episodes you're going to be able to like go and watch purely out of like comedy aspect or purely out of action aspect, and not so much the character development. Because we have had a couple, I think, that don't have as much of like the heavy focuses on character development, but most of them have had some either main plot of the episode or emphasis on it. So
yeah, I do agree with you that this season has been more plot driven, character driven than the first season, so we'll have to see.
So anyway, guys, I think that will conclude our talk for this episode, and we'll see you guys next time
with more psychics,
more espers, and hopefully more salt throwing as well.
And maybe he'll be in a relationship, but probably not.
Probably not.
Later, Addicts.
See ya.